Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. I want to say double honors to our apostles, who are elders, who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This Friday, I'm out for the Nebraska camp. This is GMS, and he pushed to the mark. I wanted to go over, I've been meaning to touch on this for a little second, man, as Satan's, just Babylon has been prohibiting me. But I was, on RT News, I have it in post-production. As you can see, there's been a lot of talks of BRICS and the moves that they're making. And as you can see, it says Salakia African Free Trade Alliance considering common currency. And, we all know that this is a technology. Well, it's really coming about that it's a technology that, China has spearheaded, that's been floating around. But China has been implementing a bulk of it, through cryptocurrency, through following everyone around, and like getting, surveillance and everything, because because of their country status, they're so capitalism, really don't give people an option. They say what they're going to do and it's done, type of deal. But let's get back to the article. It says cooperation between African nations and BRICS member states is crucial for an entire continent. And as developing countries are now making a major contribution to global trade. And this is what the common currency, which is ultimately going to be using a cryptocurrency. We got the Dogecoin and Bitcoin was just some massive trial runs to work out kinks and ultimately gives the ability for somebody in Russia to trade with somebody in China without having to change currencies, or without having your money tracked. That's what it says, for without having your money tracked and things like that, which they're going to eventually get to that, as they're running it. Okay, I believe Russia implemented the tracking the money deal, but I don't want to speak on it, and it's not true. But, I believe I read that somewhere. It says, see here, it says, as developing countries are now making a major contribution to global trade, Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, Wamkel Mean, has told RT, speaking on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Johannesburg, Maine, declared, if you look at the, Salaki, I would say, quote, if you look at the economic profile of BRICS countries and its GDP is significant part of the global economy, he added that in the next few days there may be greater engagement with the rest of the African continent in terms of trade and investment. According to Mean, BRICS countries should consider the African continent free trade area to be an opportunity to expand into new dynamics, AFCFTA presents, end quote. So the point is that, and a brother, I believe Ariala brought out recently, I'll be able to find the video showing that they're working to open up Africa, pretty much as the Africa's trying to empower themselves as a hub for their resources, because we all know historically through colonialism that they have gotten their resources stolen. So now they're saying so-called empowering themselves. They're so-called empowering themselves to use their own resources as their wealth. And the only way they was really able to get away from that colonialism, from me speaking as a man, is to get away from the dollar, okay, and to link up with Brazil, Russia, India, and China via through the BRICS, in South Africa via through the BRICS, okay. So now that they are breaking loose, they're going to use their new currency or their new business opportunity to create a universal trade currency, which really is going to be that digital currency, which is ultimately going to lead to the what? M.O.T.B, okay, which is the number of man, 603 score and six, okay. It says, formed in 2021, AFCFTA is expected to become a continental market with a total GDP of more than 3 trillion, making Africa one of the leaders of a multipolar world. According to President Vladimir Putin, Russia is in favor of establishing ties with AFCFTA, both through the Eurasian Economic Union and on a bilateral level. Mean stated that the members of AFCFTA and the African Union have timelines within which they intend to introduce a common African currency. Says there will be challenges, but it's there. He said he identified a lack of infrastructure as the biggest disadvantage in Africa, and said support from BRICS countries in this area would be a positive sign. So pretty much they're just like Babylon is gearing towards it. Russia's gearing towards it. China, so it ain't like somebody's trying to trump somebody else. They're all in cahoots. Okay, Babylon's trying to crash their dollar. BRICS is trying to so-called undermine, all these other countries undermining, which is a cause and effect, but it's ultimately going to lead to these big wigs, the men behind the steel curtain, that 1%, to implement this what they say, great reset, a new world order, a new world currency. It's going to be a one world currency, okay? And it's not ironic that everybody's moving in the same technological direction, okay? Of course, everybody so-called follows suit and all this, but it's not that, like I would say, like morally, like Nigeria they're going in the direction, but it ain't the direction Babylon's going in. So why is it going in the direction this? Just like one country may be trying to go out of space, country may be trying to develop weapons, but everybody's going to a digital currency because everybody's in cahoots, and they're racing, to do it. But ultimately, one country, I believe these big wigs are paying all these countries or helping them and assisting them to go in that direction. Okay. They're ready to go to cryptocurrency or universal currency before they even, start fixing and building communities in Africa, But let's get this precept and we're going to sign it off for time's sake, man, or environment's sake, I would say. All right. So where we going with this. All right. We'll go into Revelations 13 and 12, and says, and because of all, Salakia, Salakia, Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six. So this is proof. It shows you that, that all these nations have drinking of the cup. They're all going in the same direction. There is just giving somebody a team to ride on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we doing this over here. We got this going on over here. And everybody's going to choose a side, but ultimately they're all going to migrate to one spot. Okay? and people will find out eventually. There's no coincidence that QR codes just pop up out of nowhere. I went to Dunkin' Donuts the other day, and there's no physical transaction you can do. You got to go on your app or use your card. There's literally no cash in there. And that's the direction we all are headed in. Whether people like it or not, and they're going to encourage and force people, because a lot of, especially 2/3 of our people, they can't live without certain amenities like Dunkin' Donuts, and most of them don't know how to cook. Most of them don't know how to take care of themselves or have any social skills to trade and barter with people through the Federal Reserve. As the brother Yashawama brought out a beautiful lesson showing how the Federal Reserves is a way to make people feel like there's something and they really don't have nothing. Like you'll feel like you balling out of control, but the real riches is resources, and you don't know how to grow nothing. You don't know how to build nothing. You don't know how to, do anything. You just know how to do whatever whoever provides you that resource, to sell out or work hella hours, and that makes you feel like you're somebody, when actually you don't have any true skill to bring any riches on your own. But this is a farce system that creates a high-minded mentality amongst people that have a lot of those Federal Reserve notes, those fiat notes. So yeah, we're headed in a time where shit's gonna hit the fan. So with that being said, I'm gonna say call all Yabashim Yashai, Yabashim Yashai, Bashim Kakadas Brakathum, Dabana Sa Apostles, our elders who rule well. Blessed I teach you brothers out there teaching and doing truth, sincerity. Shalom.